last week was the Shytech M200 intervention video. I mentioned at the end of that we're going to make a video titled Call of Duty Guns in Real Life because, of course, my most viewed video is PUBG Guns in Real Life. That one's done a little over 50 million views. Below that's Fortnite Guns in Real Life. I did Modern Warfare Guns a little while ago. That might have been too specific. I say we do the broad Call of Duty Guns in Real Life by the great idea of, once again, cameraman Ian. So, we're going to go ahead and run through this. A couple of guns you've seen before, quite a few that you haven't actually, some that I actually wanted specific for this video. We can do a quick once-over, a quick little pan. I won't go specifically on each one at the beginning, but we're definitely going to shoot all of them. I'm going to tell you what maybe the game calls it and what they are in real life. Some of them are exactly the right gun as used in the game, and some of them are kind of, had to work around it just a little bit. But we've got a pretty cool selection. I think last time I counted, I think we're at 27 guns for the Call of Duty gun video, or 26 guns. We'll find out. It's a pretty good array. Let's go ahead and just get started. Get some eyes and ears on, and have some fun. This is a new one of the ones I was talking about that you haven't seen yet. First shots with it. This is actually a Springfield Armory 1911 Defend Your Legacy series. It's one of their more economical ones, but seems really cool. Can't wait to shoot it. Obviously, it's going to represent the 1911, which they had in multiple Call of Duty games. Let's load it up real quickly. Actually, a good opportunity to thank our sponsor, ETS, or Elite Tactical Systems, makes loading up our mags way easier. They also make mags, too, but we got some rounds of 45 ACP loaded up in here. I think I only did 5. But yeah, speed loaders for 45 ACP, 9mm to make rifle stuff, all kinds of fun stuff. But we got 5 rounds of 45 ACP and a good old-fashioned, old-school looking 1911. First shots with that guy. Look out, I think in maybe about 3 videos from now, I'm going to do a full video on this guy, but that's a really cool 1911. Let's move on. Alright, up next we got the M9, as the game called it, but we have 2 different flavors. This is actually an Italian police buyback from the 70s, I think, or early 80s. That thing's pretty sweet. Let's go to something a wee bit more modern. Try not to trip on all these guns here. And we put a can on this one. This is a Rugged Obsidian 45, but it works on 9mm. Beretta M9A3, run-in suppressed. Shoot away from the steel so you can hear how quiet that is. Quiet. I know you can suppress them in the game, so why not in real life? X16, in real life, this is actually just a 9mm Glock 19. Best I could do. Game calls it the M19. In real life, it's a 6-hour P320 M17. Louisville Delta Point Pro on top. The game's got a revolver in the form of a .357 Magnum. This is a Smith & Wesson 686 Plus. Smith & Wesson 44 Magnum. This is a Stealth Hunter. Represents, I'm sure the game's got a 44 Magnum as well. Revolver. Again, we'll go single action, then double. That performance trigger is way smoother. Alright, this is a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. I wasn't going to use it for this video. Cameraman Ian last minute told me that there's a revolver more powerful than 44 Magnum. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he just wants me to hurt myself. But we got 3 shots with the 500 Magnum in case it represents a big revolver in the game that I'm not aware of. I'm sure you guys will tell me about it. I didn't totally mean to hit the target, but nothing's safe downrange. Alright, moving on. Of course, had to. Gold Desert Eagle, one of my favorites from COD 4, if I'm honest. Probably wouldn't have this gun if it wasn't because of COD 4. 3 shots, 50 AE. Get yourself a deagle. Alright, same excuse as when I made the PUBG Part 1 and Part 2. PP19 Bison. It's an AK 9mm. I don't have an actual cylindrical chambered fully automatic PP19 Bison. That's like incredibly rare. But I have an AKV from Palmetto State Armory. It's an AK and 9mm. Kind of sweet. Let's get out of world. Another exception here, UMP, whether it's a UMP-9 or UMP-45, I think the Grand Power Stride Log from Global Ordnance kind of has that look, especially with the suppressor. Again, we're running the same Rugged Obsidian 45 on a 9mm, but kind of cool look. Pretty darn sweet. Make sure that's nice and tight. I made a full review on this guy and the new SB9A3 delayed blowback. I just got my hands on. Look out for a video on that next month, very soon here. But yeah, if you guys want more content on this, pretty bit of video on it. Let's move on. In the last of the sub-gun category, it's a CMMG Mark 10 10mm Banshee. It's an AR pistol type configuration. In the game, there's an AR9. Don't have an AR9. AR 10mm. Close enough, right? Alright, dual load competition. Ah, there we go.
Are you shooting free gun?
Nah, I'm just kind of like a, you know, going for John Wick type role. Son of it. Alright, cool. This is a Remington 870. It's a pump action shotgun. I'm sure they have pump action shotguns in there. Ian told me that there is a model 870 in there, so sweet. Cool. The R90 or the R90, whatever they call it, it's a DP12. Double barrel, pump action, 18-inch barrel, 12-gauge shotgun. Moving on to the carbines, kind of full-length rifles. This will just represent an M4 carbine. Pretty much, it's an AR-15 from PSA. We did a stress test on this last summer. That's why it looks kind of banged up. Oh yeah, it's just about to shoot steel. This is armor penetrating round, so I'm just going to dump them into the rocks. Oh, after everything it's been through. Still kicking. Alright, you recognize that silhouette. That's a good old M16. Specifically in real life, this is a Brownells BRN16 Retro Series, so it's a new rifle with a good old M16 look.
How attracted are you to this lens?
Oh no, I have a filter on there.
Okay, it's good.
Bushmaster ACR to represent the ACR. This is the third or fourth rifle I've ever bought, believe it or not, and I've had it since 2017 and I love it. Alright, again armor penetrating, so right into the rocks. This thing's so slick. I believe they stopped making the ACR, so they're very hard to come by. You can bet I'm holding on to this one for a very long time. This is going to serve as the M14. It's a Springfield Armory SOCOM 16, 16-inch barrel M1A. It is actually the first of two M1As in this video. The other one you'll see in just a bit. We move on to the DMR. But anyway, still in the carbine type things, M14 will be a SOCOM 16. Ooh, that feels good. All that concussion of a 308, but super controllable. Alright, Springfield Armory, SOCOM 16, M14. SCAR 17, game calls it a SCAR Heavy. 17S, S for semi-automatic for the civilian market, but it's a SCAR, as we know and love it. That's a Vortex Razor HD Gen 3, just for you guys wondering. Alright, moving up to sniper rifles, including in this will be DMRs, but snipers. Car 98K, 8mm, mileage or Car 98K, gonna load up 4 shots here and let it rip here. This thing's slippery. Yeah, clean that off. Anyway, beast of a rifle. What's going to be the Dragunov is not a real Dragunov, it's a Romanian PSL. Most people say it's a Dragunov. It's not fundamentally, but hey, it looks pretty close. Alright, again, just going to go on some rocks here. This thing is such a smoky gun.
I found where it throws brass.
Oh, caught it. Alright, this is the second M1A of today. This is the Mark 14 or M14 EBR. This is a build I'm working on. I'm just waiting on an optic, but hey, it's still an EBR. We can still shoot it. Alright, so the M40 and the M24 are pretty much at its core a Remington 700 action. This is a true Remington 700 action. It's a custom rifle though, Alamo Precision Rifle Ranger in 6.5 Creedmoor, so not a 308, but whatever, deal with it. compromised. This is a Remington 700 in an Accuracy International AICS chassis system, so it has all the look of an L96. It's a bolt action, but again, it's Remington 700 that's able to plop into this, but many of you guys call this an AWM or an L96, but anyway, I thought I'd tell you what it really is, but similar functionality. This is the Barrett M82 A1. The game called it, this is back in my first Call of Duty I ever played, called 4 Modern Warfare. They just called it the Barrett 50 cal, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the M82 A1. This is quite a beast of a rifle. There's really no point in shooting it today because I have so much content. We're like pretty close. So let me just resort to some old footage because I have so many videos with it. So check this out. Alright, firing. Firing. You see the sparks on that? Once again, I've got some old content on this one. Not old, actually just last week. But this is the M200 intervention from Shytech from Modern Warfare 2. I remember I used to be on high rise with the thermal optic and go to town on this as best I could. We get that AC-130. But yeah, in real life, what I figured out is it weighs a ton. But I just made a video last week with it where we're shooting just past a mile. So check out some of that footage. I got it.
You got it?
It's rocking. Nice.
Yeah, you hit that one.
That rocket, yeah, you kind of see the shade it casts.
Yeah, for sure.